Hey everyone, it's Natalie. So I'm back again today to do a video on why it's not healthy to be angry at your spouse for not sticking up for you during this abuse. If anyone knows how that feels, it's definitely me after 22 years of being with my husband. I'm 36 now. I've been with my husband since I was 15 years old, and his parents have treated me badly that whole time. Unless they wanted something out of me, and that is, having a relationship with my child, which I cut off. But I found through the years, being angry at my husband only separated us. It only did exactly what his mother wanted to do, and that is to separate us. It's almost like, in a way, his mother is doing this to you because she knows her son or her daughter, whoever it is in your life, knows better than to point out their characteristic flaws and misbehaviors. In some ways, they antagonize you like this and upset you to get rid of you because they know that no sane woman is going to stay with the man who does not defend his partner or wife. And so, by getting you angry at your husband is a way that they try to manipulate your relationship and to break it up. So staying angry at your husband is only giving the narcissist fuel. You're only doing exactly what the narcissist wants. And because your husband has been in this toxic, abusive relationship his whole life, since birth, the narcissist has conditioned that child into normalizing their misbehaviors, into normalizing their condescension, their rude attitude, their entitlement, their authoritarian. Because they've never spoke up for themselves, how do you expect them to speak up for you? Your husband or partner has been beat down so hard through the years that he knows better than to say anything. And I think this is the reason why the mother does what she does, because she knows by treating you badly, it will push you out of that relationship. And because she knows that her son has been trained not to say anything, she can get away with it. And you have to start recognizing that your husband is not the perpetrator. Your husband is a victim himself. He is enmeshed in this relationship with the narcissist. He is so enmeshed, he can't even think for himself. How do you expect him to stand up for you? He is a codependent. He depends on that narcissist in a lot of ways. What he's really doing is he is looking for acceptance in that dependency. He's been waiting on that acceptance. And in some weird way, when the spouse is not sticking up for the abuse, he thinks he will get acceptance from that narcissist by allowing them to bash you to them and whoever else. In that acceptance, the narcissist is expecting the child to be silent to receive that acceptance. You're a good little boy, Johnny. Keep allowing me to say these nasty things about your partner. I will show you conditional love if you allow me to treat her like that or treat him like that. And in some twisted way, the partner does find that acceptance in allowing the narcissist to say bad things about you, because they are finally, even though it's negative attention, they are finally getting some type of attention by their parent by allowing them to say these nasty things to you in private, or about you in private. Because we all know that when someone tells you something in confidence or in private, you feel special. You feel like, wow, this person accepts me and trusts me. This person is telling me these things to, in a weird way, show that they love me. So when you find yourself being angry with your husband, you need to stop and think about why he hasn't stood up for you. What was the reason behind it? Was it intentional? Or was it because he was abused too? Is he acting like an abuse victim, too scared to say something to the abuser? Or is he intentionally trying to hurt you by not saying anything? That's kind of the question, because you think, well, maybe it's intentional. Maybe he's not standing up for me because he's intentionally taking his mother's side. And trust me, unfortunately, some spouses do that. But in a lot of the cases that I've talked with women about, it's because they are an abuse victim themselves. They are not intentionally trying to hurt you. They are too scared to stand for the truth. This parent has beat this child down throughout the years so bad that this child feels like they don't have a voice. This child has been beat down so badly that they don't even know what a normal relationship looks like with their parent. A healthy relationship with their parent is unknown. What they think they have is a healthy relationship, but in reality, it's the most unhealthy relationship I've ever seen. You think to yourself, you're a man. I'm your wife. How could you not stand up for me? How could you allow so many years to go by with you making excuses for this abuse? Making excuses for their misbehavior when it is obvious to everyone. How could you allow this to happen, you think? And you're angry. And you just want to scream and yell at the top of your lungs to get it through their thick skull how they have never stood up for you. But the truth is, they have never stood up for themselves. How can you expect them to stand up for you? You are being abused just like they are. They don't see anything wrong with it. They say, that's just how my mother is. They might even warn you about it before meeting this person, or warn you every time you have to see them. Remember, my mom's cuckoo. Remember, my mom says rude things. Remember, my mom, is not a nice person. Just remember that, so that way no drama will be started by you sticking up for yourself or expecting them to stick up for you. And how bizarre is that? How bizarre is it that your spouse is telling you the type of person their parent is and then making excuses for it? Think about it. Why are they doing this? Not only is it in a weird way to protect you, but it's to protect them. Believe it or not. It's so that your husband or wife, whoever it is, doesn't have to go up against the beast. That's the truth. They don't want you to know how weak they truly are. Because if you think about it, you do kind of look at the situation and think, gosh, my partner is a weak individual if they don't stick up for what's right. Why are they so scared of this narcissist? Because you look at the narcissist and all you see is a nasty, evil person. But the difference is you don't love them. Because your husband or partner, whoever, loves them even through, their neglect and entitlement and everything that goes along with narcissism. They have made it so they have different little compartments in their consciousness and their head, maybe. And in each of these compartments, have different things that they know about their parents. But because they love their parent, they don't want you opening those compartments and bringing out these traumas they have with their parents, pointing out that, look, your parents like this. Why are you not standing up for the truth? Because they're scared. This is why they suppress everything that their parents have done. But you, on the other hand, see it for what it is. You have no connection, no love for them. So you go right in there and tear apart these compartments that your husband has been using to protect himself. And I know that's a little complicated to imagine or to understand. But if you've ever had a trauma in your life, you have, in a way, so you don't always think about it, have tucked it in to your consciousness subconsciously. So you're not thinking about it all the time. And so when your husband goes and tells you, you know how she is, it's so that way you don't bring up past traumas in their life about the abuse that has happened by bringing up your abuse to them. Having them stand up for the truth for the very first time in their life. They don't want to have to deal with those compartments. They don't want to have to bring up these bad memories to protect you. That's honestly the truth. So when you find yourself angry with your husband, try to sympathize and empathize with him. Try to find it in your inner core to understand that he has went through worse abuse than you. This is why your husband, in a way, has normalized the behavior that his parents, have done to you. And in some weird way, as long as you're getting abused, he's not. He needs a break. I mean, it's mind-boggling to think that. But by being ugly and nasty to your partner and being mad at them, angry with them, you're only victimizing your husband even more. Because now, here you are, someone he loves, someone that he respects, and someone that loves and respects him, and he feels that way, is now attacking him for being an abuse victim too. Attacking him and bringing up things that have happened to you when he hasn't even dealt with the things that have happened to him. And so you sit back and you think, what can I do to help my husband and help me at the same time? You have to find a way to talk to your husband about the abuse where it's not solely focused on you. You have to bring up the abuse in a way that is going to help you together and make you stronger as a couple. Because if it's always nag, it's always about me. I can't believe you allowed this to happen. I can't believe you didn't stand up for me. I can't believe you weren't being a man. You're only making the situation worse because it's not only about you. If it was only about you, might be a different story, but it's not. And honestly, if you can find, if you and your husband can find neutral ground and express to each other how you feel about the situation and talk about it like mature adults instead of pointing the finger, you will find that you both will heal together. Because you can heal all you want. But if your partner or husband, whoever, is not healing too, it's really all for nothing, because then your husband or partner becomes depressed and feels alone and isolated. Like he can't ever do anything right for the women in his life. So help your husband help you. And you help your husband in the way he needs you to help him. Find it in your heart to fully understand the situation at hand. Your husband has been literally not there in his head when he's dealing with this abuse. He has put it in compartments. So he didn't have to deal with it. But now that you're here, you're bringing it up. He's got to deal with it. So you've got to be helpful, not hurtful. Meditate on it. I meditate all the time on it. I try to fully understand that it's not just about me. Pray if you're a God-fearing person. Pray together with your husband. Ask God to come in and to heal you. And thank God for healing you. And thank God for getting you out of this situation. Or thank God for waking your husband up finally. Unfortunately, see, we're the lucky ones. If your husband is awakened to this, we're the lucky ones. I talk to women all the time whose husbands, they'll probably never wake up. And the wife is miserable. And we've all been there, miserable, because our husband's not doing anything about the abuse. But you're lucky in the fact that with your courage and your intelligence and the love you have for your husband, you have now awakened your husband to the mistreatment that he's been dealing with for years. He now can heal. And the best thing to do is heal together. Maybe have a little family meeting, you and him, once a week or every night. And ask each other how you are feeling. Is there anything that I can help you with? Is there anything you can talk to me about? Because if you go along badgering, pointing fingers, and staying angry, your husband will never open up to you. And then that kind of sucks for him because they feel like they can't talk to anyone. And we all know how men are. They don't like to talk about their feelings. They don't like to talk about their traumas. It's not the manly thing to do. But if he can find that confidence in you, that's a beautiful thing. Give him the time necessary that he needs to open up to you, to, talk about his past abuse. Because I guarantee it, he can relate a lot more to your situation than you can think. But he has to find confidence in you to be able to express those things. If you stay angry at him, he's not going to want to talk to someone that's angry. Because then all it does is basically abuses him through you. He doesn't want a partner who is going to cut off his head every time the conversation of his parents is arose. But if he can find that you're neutral in, the playing field, that you're willing to listen to him, then you will find that he will open up to you. Because this is the thing. When I was angry at my husband, he never opened up to me. He didn't. He didn't want to bring it up because he saw how angry and hurt I was, which then suppressed how he felt. But when I stopped being angry and started having those heart-to-heart talks with him, boy, man, I was surprised at what he has suppressed. And you don't want your husband feeling like he has to suppress the way he feels because you're too upset. You don't want that. You want a good relationship with someone like that. You want a healthy relationship where every time you want to talk to your spouse, they don't feel like it's always only about you. I don't know. It's already 24 minutes. I could go on forever. But anyways, by the way, guys, I am going to start a Zoom conference call to, I guess, make my channel a tribe to help other people that are in this situation have an outlet to talk to other people that are in the similar situation. And so I will let you guys know, or actually let me know what day and time would work good for you, so we can all come together as that tribe and help each other heal. We need each other. This is why you're looking at all the YouTube videos, because you're trying to heal and find other people like you, so you know you're not alone. So I thought I would make some type of platform where we could all get on Zoom and talk about our experiences and get each other's points of views and maybe criticisms, whatever it is, to help each other heal, to give pointers out to each other on what you did and what you don't think would work and what worked for you and things like that. So please, in the comments, let me know if you want to be part of the Zoom conference call. I would love to have you. I would like to start doing it every week or maybe every month, whatever works for y'all, to help stimulate the healing process that we're going through right now. All right. Peace, love, and harmony, guys. Bye.